the Great Nodal Shift. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Message from the Sky. Have you ever felt that humanity is standing at the edge of a new chapter? That something is quietly shifting beneath the surface of our everyday lives? Almost as if the universe is inviting us to grow in a completely different direction. If you've been feeling that lately, you're not imagining it, because one of the most important astrological events of 2026 has arrived. The lunar nodes have changed signs. From July 2026 until March 2028, the North Node moves into Aquarius, while the South Node moves into Leo, opening a completely new evolutionary chapter for humanity. But what exactly does that mean? Why do we pay so much attention to these mysterious points in the sky? And why could this 2-year cycle influence not only the world around us, but also your own personal journey? Today, we're going to explore the meaning behind this powerful cosmic shift. So take a deep breath, open your mind, and let's discover today's message from the sky. Before we talk about Aquarius and Leo, we first need to understand what the lunar nodes actually are. Interestingly, the North Node and the South Node are not planets. You cannot see them through a telescope. They are mathematical points created where the orbit of the moon crosses the apparent path of the sun around Earth, known as the ecliptic. These crossing points are incredibly important because they are where eclipses happen. And throughout history, eclipses have been seen as moments of transformation, endings, beginnings, and profound change. For this reason, the lunar nodes have become powerful symbols of growth, destiny, and evolution. Think of them as a compass for the soul. One point reminds us where we've been, the other gently guides us toward where we are meant to grow. Let's begin with the South Node. The South Node represents everything that already feels familiar. It reflects the experiences, talents, habits, and patterns we naturally fall back on. Some astrologers describe it as the wisdom we have already mastered. It is our comfort zone. It can reveal natural abilities and strengths that come easily to us. But comfort has a hidden challenge. When we stay there too long, we stop growing. The South Node reminds us that although our past has shaped us, it should never limit who we can become. It invites us to release old fears, outdated identities, unhealthy attachments, and behaviors that no longer support our highest potential. In other words, the South Node isn't asking us to forget our past. It's asking us not to live there forever. Now let's look at the North Node. If the South Node represents where we've been, the North Node represents where we're going. It symbolizes our soul's direction, our future, our purpose, our greatest opportunity for growth. The North Node often feels unfamiliar. Sometimes it even feels uncomfortable, because growth rarely happens inside our comfort zone. The North Node asks us to become someone we've never been before. It encourages us to develop new qualities, embrace new experiences, and discover parts of ourselves that have been waiting patiently to emerge. Every meaningful transformation begins with a single step into the unknown, and that is exactly what the North Node represents. Together, these 2 points create what in astrology we call the nodal axis. Imagine a bridge connecting your past and your future. One side holds everything you've already learned. The other points toward everything your soul still wishes to experience. The nodal axis is not about choosing one side and rejecting the other. It is about finding balance, honoring your past, while courageously moving toward your future. Every 18.5 years, the lunar nodes complete a full cycle through the zodiac. Along the way, they spend about 18 months in each pair of opposite signs. Each time they change signs, humanity enters a new lesson, a new classroom, a new opportunity for collective evolution. This is why astrologers pay such close attention to these transitions. They don't simply describe personal growth. They also reflect the changing themes unfolding across the world. The previous nodal cycle encouraged humanity to develop compassion, intuition, healing, and spiritual trust. Now, the universe is turning the page. The lesson has changed. From July 2026 until March 2028, the North Node enters Aquarius, while the South Node enters Leo. This may become one of the defining energetic themes of the next 2 years. It is an invitation to move beyond individual recognition and begin asking a much bigger question. How can my unique gifts help create a better future for everyone? This new cycle isn't asking us to stop shining. It is asking us to let our light illuminate something greater than ourselves. Instead of competing, we learn to collaborate. Instead of seeking attention, we seek meaningful contribution. Instead of asking, what can the world give me? We begin asking, what can I give to the world? And perhaps, that is one of the most important questions humanity can ask today. Part 2, the meaning of the Aquarius-Leo axis. Now that we understand what the lunar nodes are, let's explore why this particular shift into Aquarius and Leo is so significant. To understand this cycle, we first need to understand these 2 signs. Although they sit opposite each other in the zodiac, Aquarius and Leo are deeply connected. They are not enemies. They are 2 halves of the same story. Together, they ask one timeless question: how can we honor our individuality while contributing to something greater than ourselves? Leo is the sign of the heart. It represents creativity, courage, joy, generosity, passion, leadership, and authentic self-expression. Leo reminds us that every human being is born with unique gifts. It encourages us to shine, to create, to love wholeheartedly, and to express who we truly are. Without Leo, there would be no artists, storytellers, musicians, performers, inventors, or visionaries willing to step into the light and inspire others. Healthy Leo energy is warm, confident, generous, and deeply connected to the heart. But every sign also has a shadow. When Leo loses balance, confidence can become pride. Leadership can become ego. Authenticity can become a constant need for attention or approval. Instead of sharing its light, the shadow of Leo begins asking, "Look at me." Instead of serving from the heart, it begins seeking validation from the outside world. This is why the South Node is now moving through Leo. The South Node doesn't tell us that Leo is wrong. It simply asks us to release the lower expression of Leo while preserving its greatest strengths. We are not being asked to stop expressing ourselves. We are being invited to express ourselves with purpose. Now let's turn to Aquarius. Aquarius is often called the visionary of the zodiac. It looks toward tomorrow. It asks difficult questions. It challenges outdated systems and imagines better possibilities. Aquarius values innovation, equality, collaboration, knowledge, science, humanitarian ideals, and the belief that every individual has something valuable to contribute. While Leo says, "I shine," Aquarius says, "Let's shine together." It reminds us that real progress happens when people work together, share ideas, and build communities where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Aquarius teaches that the future is not created by one hero. It is created by many people bringing their unique gifts together. This is why the North Node's journey through Aquarius is so meaningful. It encourages humanity to move toward cooperation instead of competition, toward inclusion instead of division, toward wisdom instead of popularity, toward meaningful contribution instead of personal recognition. What could this mean for the world between 2026 and 2028? Astrology does not predict exact events. Instead, it describes the symbolic themes that may become more prominent during a particular cycle. Under this Aquarius-Leo axis, we may see continued advances in science, technology, and artificial intelligence. Communities may become more interconnected across borders. New ideas about education, communication, and collaboration could reshape the way people live and work. Social movements may continue to challenge outdated systems and encourage greater equality and participation. At the same time, this cycle may also reveal where pride, excessive individualism, or the pursuit of power for its own sake no longer serves the collective good. On a personal level, many people may feel called to ask deeper questions. Where do I truly belong? Who are my people? How can I use my gifts to make a positive difference? Am I creating only for myself, or am I creating something that benefits others as well? These questions don't always have immediate answers, but they can become powerful guides during this 2-year journey. This nodal shift also reminds us that personal success and collective well-being are not opposites. In fact, they support one another. When you discover your authentic talents and use them with integrity, your light naturally inspires others. And when communities encourage each person to contribute their unique strengths, everyone grows. That is the beautiful balance between Leo and Aquarius. Leo gives us the courage to discover our light. Aquarius teaches us how to share that light with the world. One without the other is incomplete. A world with only Leo may become centered on individual recognition. A world with only Aquarius may forget the importance of personal creativity and heartfelt expression. The wisdom of this axis lies in integrating both. To shine without arrogance, to lead without domination, to collaborate without losing your individuality, to honor yourself while remembering that you are part of something much larger. So how can you work consciously with this energy? Start by asking yourself a few simple but powerful questions. What unique gift do I have that could help someone else? Where am I seeking approval instead of expressing my authentic self? Am I building meaningful connections with people who inspire growth? Am I open to learning from different perspectives? And what kind of future do I want to help create? You don't have to answer all of these questions today. Sometimes transformation begins with curiosity. Every small choice you make today becomes part of the future you are creating. Remember, the North Node is not a destination you reach overnight. It is a direction. It is a path you choose, again and again, through your thoughts, your actions, your relationships, and your willingness to keep growing. As this new cycle unfolds, the invitation is simple. Lead with your heart. Think beyond yourself. Celebrate your individuality, and use your gifts to help create a wiser, kinder, and more connected world. Part 3, what this nodal shift means for each zodiac sign. Now that we've explored the deeper meaning of the North Node in Aquarius and the South Node in Leo, it's time to discover how this powerful cycle may influence each zodiac sign. Before we begin, remember this. These are general themes based on your sun, rising, or ascendant sign. If you know your rising sign, listen to that first, as it often reflects how these energies unfold in your daily life. Let's begin. Aries. Aries, this cycle invites you to shift your focus from personal recognition toward meaningful community. You may feel called to build stronger friendships, join inspiring groups, or work with people who share your vision for the future. The lesson is that success doesn't always come from standing alone. Sometimes your greatest achievements happen when you work together. Release the need to prove yourself through constant action, and allow collaboration to become one of your greatest strengths. Taurus, your career and public life may enter an exciting new chapter. You may be asked to step into leadership in a very different way, not through control, but through innovation, wisdom, and service. This is an excellent time to embrace new technologies, new ideas, or a new professional direction. At the same time, you're invited to release emotional patterns connected to family expectations or old definitions of security. Your future may look very different from your past, and that's perfectly okay. Gemini, your world is expanding. This is a wonderful cycle for higher education, travel, teaching, publishing, or exploring new philosophies. You may feel drawn toward subjects that completely change the way you see life. Release limiting beliefs that tell you you've already figured everything out. Stay curious. Your greatest teacher during this cycle may be life itself. Cancer, this is a deeply transformative chapter. The Aquarius North Node encourages emotional healing, trust, and deeper intimacy. You may find yourself releasing fears around vulnerability, shared finances, or emotional control. Transformation can feel uncomfortable, but remember, every ending creates space for a new beginning. The more honestly you face your emotions, the stronger and freer you become. Leo, this is one of the most important cycles you've experienced in many years. With the South Node moving through your sign, life may encourage you to let go of old identities, outdated roles, or the need to constantly prove your worth. You are not losing yourself. You are discovering a more authentic version of yourself. Relationships become powerful teachers during this time. Learning to listen, cooperate, and truly value the perspectives of others will open doors you never imagined possible. Your light becomes even brighter when it shines alongside others. Virgo, this cycle encourages you to create healthier daily routines and a more balanced lifestyle. Small changes can lead to remarkable results. You may discover new ways of working, serving others, or improving your physical and emotional well-being. Release perfectionism. Release the belief that everything has to be flawless before you begin. Progress is far more powerful than perfection. Libra, your creativity is ready to bloom. Whether through art, music, writing, romance, or personal passion projects, this is a beautiful time to reconnect with your heart. Allow yourself to create without worrying about what others might think. At the same time, release the tendency to lose yourself in group expectations. Your individuality matters just as much as your desire for harmony. Scorpio, home becomes your foundation. This cycle asks you to strengthen your emotional roots, your family connections, and the place where you truly feel safe. You may redefine what home means to you. Career remains important, but success feels far more meaningful when your inner world is peaceful. Healing your foundation allows everything else in your life to grow. Sagittarius, your voice becomes one of your greatest gifts. Writing, speaking, learning, teaching, and meaningful conversations may play an important role over the next 2 years. Share your wisdom, but remain open to learning from others. Sometimes the greatest adventure isn't traveling across the world. Sometimes it's discovering a completely new way of thinking. Capricorn, this cycle encourages you to rethink your relationship with money, self-worth, and personal values. True abundance begins within. You may discover talents you've underestimated for years. Build a future based not only on achievement, but also on fulfillment. The more you value yourself, the more opportunities naturally begin to appear. Aquarius, this is your time. The North Node moving through your sign marks the beginning of a powerful personal chapter. Life may ask you to step into greater authenticity, leadership, and self-confidence. You are being invited to stop hiding parts of yourself simply to fit in. The world doesn't need another copy of someone else. It needs the unique person only you can become. Trust your vision, trust your ideas, and most importantly, trust yourself. Pisces, this cycle invites you inward. Rest becomes productive. Silence becomes healing. Your intuition becomes one of your greatest guides. Meditation, spiritual practice, creativity, and emotional healing may become especially meaningful. Release the belief that your value depends on how much you do. Sometimes your greatest transformation happens when you simply allow yourself to be. A final reflection. As we've seen today, every zodiac sign is being invited to grow in a unique way. But beneath all these personal stories lies one universal message. The North Node in Aquarius reminds us to think about the future we are creating together. The South Node in Leo reminds us to release ego without losing our light. This is not about becoming less of yourself. It is about becoming the highest expression of yourself. Your talents, your kindness, your creativity, your courage. These qualities were never meant to stay hidden. They were meant to be shared. The next 2 years offer an extraordinary opportunity to grow, not only as individuals, but as a global community. Every decision you make, every act of kindness, every courageous step toward your authentic self becomes part of a much larger story. The universe doesn't ask us to be perfect. It asks us to keep evolving. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you enjoyed this video and found it meaningful, please support Message from the Sky by giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and turning on notifications so you never miss a new celestial update. I'd also love to hear from you. What is your sun sign, your rising sign, or your moon sign? How are you already feeling this new Aquarius Leo energy in your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read as many of your messages as I can, and I truly enjoy hearing your experiences. If you know someone who would benefit from understanding this powerful nodal shift, please share this video with them. Until next time, keep looking up, keep listening to your intuition, and remember, the stars don't control your destiny. They simply illuminate the path. This has been your message from the sky.